Hey guys, happy Thursday. It seems only fair that I warn you that I'm in my kitchen, which means I'm gonna be pixelated. Because Wi-Fi in Whitley County is awesome. Anyways, yes, thank you to the rural Wi-Fi providers of the world for the crappy internet. Here I am in my kitchen on a Thursday morning to talk to you more about anxiety, everything that I've got coming up or that's going on, and to share with you some things to think about when you are working through anxious moments or feeling kind of stuck in that cycle of body aches and exhaustion and anger and confusion and cyclical thoughts that you just can't shut off. I've been there, I get it. It's why I do what I do. So I am in the process. I'm an anxiety coach. I'm also a teacher. So I'm kind of in the process of putting all the things that I do together right now in my digital course, which is called Break the Anxiety Habit. So I will be teaching this course online for 6 weeks. It starts on Friday, April 16th with lesson 1 or module 1, I guess. And then for 6 weeks, a new module drops every Friday. And then you have forever to do it because once you have it, it's yours. You can do it like 10 times if you want. And I'm going to be teaching that. And then I'm going to follow up Friday lessons with a Wednesday group coaching experience in Zoom where you get to come on live and hang out with me. And we work through the content for the week. So the things that we learn on Friday in this digital course, you learn it, you practice it, you come hang out with me on Wednesdays. And then on Wednesdays, we go over all the things that we learned in that digital part. And you get to ask questions. You get to tell me what's working really well for you. You get to tell me what's not working at all for you. And we process through all the information so that you can start breaking those habits. There's so much junk on my counter. Start breaking your habits. And one of the things I wanted to talk about this Thursday is that I've been doing these webinars. And if you follow me on anything, you basically heard a lot about this Understanding Your Anxiety webinar. And I tell you my anxiety story, and I tell you how I stop panic attacks. I tell you my routine so that you guys can start feeling amazing. That's kind of why I'm here. And in the process of doing this, it's never the same twice, right? Like I don't ever do the same webinar twice because I pretty much fly by the seat of my pants, and that's how I do these. Like I don't have a script or a piece of paper. I just have a cup of coffee and dogs scratching at the door and some junk on my counter, and I just come on and talk. So that's kind of the same way the webinars are. I mean, I do have a slideshow. It's not like totally nuts, but I don't have a script is what I'm saying. So what I do is I get on and I tell you my anxiety story. It's all improv. I don't know. Anyway, I do that. And then I go back over afterwards and I think about all the things that I said and all the things that, kind of came to mind for me. And one of the things that keeps popping up, like every website I go on, everything I do is trigger warning. It's everywhere. It's like, oh, don't read this post, there might be a trigger warning. Or don't watch this video, there might be a trigger warning. Don't do this thing, there might be a trigger warning. And I get it because there are a lot of people with a lot of really intense trauma. And that trigger can really throw them into a spiral. And I understand that. And what I want you to consider for a minute is, what if it's not about the trigger? Okay? And if you've done any sort of counseling or anything like that, then maybe you've already heard this or considered this. But what if it's not the trigger? What if it's not the idea that someone's going to say something that's going to spike your anxiety? What if it's more about your response to that trigger? Because guys, we cannot walk around for the rest of our lives dodging triggers. They're not orange traffic cones. We don't know when they're coming. You can't lock yourself in your house and never experience a trigger again. You have to know how to respond, right? And that is really what I am hoping to teach in Break the Anxiety Habit. So if you don't have a trigger warning, if you're just out doing your thing, you're at the grocery, you're at school, you're wherever you are, and a trigger comes up, what are you going to do to keep from spiraling down into that hellhole of anxiety? That's what we need to look at. That's where we need to start formulating really good habits, okay? So my anxiety habit was call my mom, call my dad, cry, shake, possibly throw up, and then maybe stay in bed. Because when I would call my parents, I would say, hey, this is what I'm afraid of, and I would ask for reassurance. This is a reassurance technique. And I would feel better for a few minutes, and then my thoughts would spiral, and I would be completely anxious, sometimes worse than I was before. And that could go on for days or weeks or months until I would get a new scary thought and do the same thing again. And it was just a process of waiting to freak out again. Because I had terrible, terrible anxiety habits. Like I didn't know what to do instead. And I had been to counseling and I had been on medication. I'd been all these things, right? And I didn't know how to stop that. So I made any way I could to feel better. And that's usually how it starts. We do what we can to feel better. But in the process, we create some really nasty habits for ourselves. And reassurance is one of those habits. Some people pick. They'll scratch, scratch, scratch. They'll bite the skin around their fingernails. I've been known to do that. They will blame themselves for everything. Their thought process is really negative. It's not serving them. And they do these things to try and help their anxiety go away when what they actually need is to develop a really good system of habits that serves them, that doesn't get rid of the anxiety. Because if we're being honest, anxiety is just like a biological response to something that we think is scary. We're supposed to have that. It's what helps us not get hit by cars and helps us, process through scary things. It's fight or flight. It's keeping you alive. So yay for that. But when we don't develop a good habit and we do things like drink it away or smoke it away or do whatever it is that we do to get rid of it, that's when it becomes a problem. And since we are superior on the creativity scale, in my book anyway, I can make up stories with the best of them. That process has to be in place so the next time that trigger comes along, we know what to do to stop it. And we know how to stop it and do it in a way that's safe and productive so that it doesn't come slapping us back again. So we're not cycling back down again. Are you following me? All right. That is what I'm teaching. And that's what I want you to consider this week is, are you always trying to tiptoe around a trigger? Is the person who you're trying to help always tiptoeing around a trigger and forming bad anxiety habits? Because it's really, really easy to do. We're just trying to feel better. Okay? When we're just trying to feel better, we're going to do what it takes to feel better. But there's a healthy and a safe and a productive way to feel better, and there's a crappy way to feel better. That's what I'm teaching. That's what my digital course is about. You can check out and read all the things, like what the different lessons are and how it works. If you go to my website, there is a tab at the top and it just says Break the Anxiety Habit, and you can read all about it there. You can also sign up to be in that course. The first lesson drops on April 16th. That is a Friday. And as I said, once you have that course, it's yours. So if you want to do it like over and over and over again, awesome. Okay. And then we follow up the following Wednesday in Zoom for group coaching, where we come together, we talk about the course. You also get tons of resources that I've created, PDFs and cheat sheets and worksheets. And I will send you my favorite links of like videos that I use on YouTube, meditation videos, things I use to help me fall asleep, favorite foods for anxiety, all kinds of tips and tricks and stories. And it's fantastic. So I get to put my teaching job, because I'm a teacher, if you didn't know that. I teach at Troy. I teach high school, U.S. history, world history, government, geography, and econ. And so I teach, and I'm a coach, and now I get to like mesh it all together into this really awesome digital course that I'm super stoked about. So I hope you will check out the course on my website. I also hope if you're not busy tonight at 7 o'clock that you might jump on Understanding Your Anxiety, because I'm going to tell my story and I'm going to share with you, and you will have a chance to ask all of the questions that maybe you're too shy to ask or that you haven't even thought of yet. So to register for that, to get the link for that Zoom tonight, you can go to 10,000swords.com/events, choose the April 1st session, that's tonight, and just hop on and join me. You don't have to even like do your hair or look good. You can get a glass of wine or a package of Oreo cookies and no one's gonna know, because you don't have to be on camera. All you have to do is show up, have a notepad, listen, ask questions, hang out with me. It's gonna be fun. Like, this is super fun for me. Maybe too fun because I just keep, I don't know. I love it. Anyways, you are invited. That is why I am here. That is why I am doing this, because I really, really, really want no one to feel the way that I felt for so long. Like if I can fix this for one person, I've done it. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm inviting you to. So if you know somebody that could use this, invite them, because you could seriously change their life and turn it upside down. If they can figure out how to feel better and how to manage their anxiety, you are doing them a ginormous favor by letting them know, because that's what I'm going to help you with. All right? You guys make it a great day, and I will see you tonight or very soon. Take care.